Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Minecraft for episode 18, I believe, of our survival series. And hopefully, it's a nice episode because I have quite a few things planned for this one. I will just wander over here to the place where a zombie is apparently just hanging out. Nice helmet, man, but you're not really welcome here as a guest currently. Now, we already have some goals written down on our to-do list board, one of which is going to be relevant to this episode, which is this one. I do want to build the fireplace in our house today, but I have a few more that I want to get written down. Let me look at them. Okay. The first one I wanted to do was add onto the wall, because in their current state, at least this side is pretty fortified, but not really fancy. Like, the current doorway to get into it from this side is just a hole. So, ideally, I want to make that more civilized, we'll say. Ow. Unlike that fall. And then, of course, the one over that way is not finished yet, so I need to go finish it, and then add an entrance onto that one as well. Maybe we'll be able to do that in this episode. Another goal I had was to move chests to stone base. By stone base, of course, I mean that thing up there. And by the chests, I mean the ones inside of our house, because I want to use that wall where the window currently is and replace it with the fireplace. What else do I want to do? Oh, yes. Build a watch tower, probably on one of the wall faces. I think the south one. No, that's the north one. Excuse me. I remembered which direction we're facing, because I would like to have somewhere where I could go up onto it and look at the outside from a better vantage point. And I think that having it be strategically located along the wall would be the best way to do that. Or I could have it be located inside one of the many cliffs that currently reside around our house, including but not limited to maybe this one. Have a extension of this upper area be a tower that jets out of the top. That could be cool. And then one last thing I wanted to do was craft a compass and map. Not a map, excuse me. A compass and a clock. Well, I don't even need to write it really, because those are very small goals that I can do right about now. So let's go off and do them, why don't we? I think first off, we should definitely eat a baked potato. I did eat a few baked potatoes right before starting the recording, because I got my hunger down somehow. But we still have just about the same amount as we started with, or as we ended off with on the last episode. Sorry, my words are not with me today. I don't know if you could tell. I'll grab this redstone because we need the redstone for both the clock and the compass. And then for those, we just need gold and iron respectively. And we do it in a diamond shape in our crafting thing. And a redstone in the middle. That gives us a compass. Then we do those. And that gives us a clock. And the compass will be useful for if we ever go out adventuring and we need to get a general idea of where we are. I don't exactly know where it's pointing right now. It looks like back that way, which is towards our original base and our spawn point, so not quite sure how useful that's actually going to be, but who knows? Maybe it could just help us get a general idea of the location we need to go to, because I know where we are relative to that. And then, of course, the clock will be useful if we ever go down into the caves and we want to have an idea of what level of danger we can expect as soon as we leave. Speaking of the caves, I may actually go pay a visit to them, because our current diamond supply is none. So we may have to go wander off into the caves and look for some of those. Probably down there, frankly. I may end up crafting some more TNT in order to aid us in that. I think the first thing we should probably do, because it will lead into a bunch of other goals, is move these chests. Now, the way I want to do this, because there's already a perfectly suitable organizational system in place, but since I have way more room up here, I want to just make it a little bit more spread out and easy to manage. Oh, I never took down the crafting table in here. Well, I suppose we could have one up here, just like right next to the door, because you can always use a crafting table wherever you go. So I suppose the way we should do this is just to break a chest and get its contents, and then just replace them in 2 chests. Now, this one is probably going to be the most annoying because there's so many blocks in it. So I'm going to start with this, which has a bow in it for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just hanging out in there. Let's start with this ores and gems. And I believe we can fit that all in our inventory. Yes, we can. Now, we will need some signs, but we do have plenty of them. Of course, I should probably craft more, but I'll just use these for now, because they work. Oop, not my golden apples. I need those too. Let's just wander our way up into here and replace... This one is probably able to be spread out across 2 chests fairly easily. I mean, it's more a matter of deciding what goes where. I suppose that I can make like an arrow. Ores and gems. And then this one to the left of it. Dirt and stone. Oops. There we go. Fixed it. Make it proper. Ores and gems. I think in this first one we should put our coal and redstone and lapis, just the big bulk materials. And in this bottom one we should put all of our valuable gemstones like emeralds. And I don't know if we'll move our iron and gold. I think they're fine as is. So I suppose the next chest we should move, well, we could probably move mob stuff. That would probably be fairly easy. I don't remember how full that chest is. Not too bad. Doesn't seem like I have quite enough room for all of it, but I can come back and grab that in just a second. No issues. Suppose I could ask how everyone is doing while we're doing this task. I hope well, as always. I've been doing fairly well, but today I'm just a bit tired. No big deal, it's just like... It's making recording a little bit more difficult than usual. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little bit less snappy on commentary. Ooh, whoops. That is not supposed to go there because these 2 chest groups are already finished. So we will make this one our mob stuff. And then this one, I don't know what this one will be, but we'll get to that in a second. So mob stuff will do probably the most common, or like in order of the least useful. So string, rotten flesh, bones, those can all go in this area. This is probably just going to be like standard monster loot, and spider eyes as well. Slime balls, I suppose, too, but everything else is like animal. And so that can probably go in its own category. Ender pearls, I'll put them down here in their own little special area. Let me go put some more chests over here, because I can. Because I imagine eventually this whole room is going to be filled with many, many chests. I mean, that is a bit ambitious in terms of material wealth, but who knows, we might get there eventually. Grab the last few pieces, go to sleep. Those can go in the bottom chest because it's wool and feathers. Put away whatever that thing was on my desk. It's like a weird piece of metal. What else do we have? Oh, nether. That's going to be really easy. Because there's like nothing at all in the nether chest. Go up there. It's just going to be a lot of running back and forth, but because we already had a fairly usable organizational system, it shouldn't be too bad. Stack those in a way that makes sense in my brain. And this one over here. Frankly, since we have so little nether stuff, I'm tempted to make this chest on the far right the nether. Sure. We'll say that this top one is building materials, and that this bottom one is everything else. And that's literally it for nether stuff. And I think we'll put mob loot away. So we can just take the chests that we grabbed, put them in place over here, run back down and get the next chest. We should probably get the dirt and stone one out of the way. It's gonna suck, but we've had resource explosions happen before, so it's nothing different. Yep, there we go. That's probably the messiest this floor will ever be. I think that the whole top chest is going to be just dirt, frankly, because we're going to end up with a ton of dirt. Dirt and stone. Okay, yeah, this whole top chest is just allocated for dirt, because we're going to have so much of this stuff. And this bottom one can just be everything else, which will end up being stone, cobblestone, gravel, sand. All the random things you can dig up. And there's plenty of it, as you can see, by the minor explosion that has happened. I don't know what I expected, but I think it was most definitely that, frankly. Let's go up here. Eventually, we will get this all done, and then we can probably move on to the fireplace, because that seems like, I don't know, it feels right to do that next. Okay, this next is going to be stone. Having stone up here is actually going to be really nice, because this is where I'm going to end up using most of it, so it will come in handy here, because I can just walk in, get the things I need to build, and then start building. Put down 2 more chests. Yeah, not exactly the most exciting task in the world, just house cleaning essentially, but I don't know, it's better than just like swimming for 30 minutes. Which frankly was gonna almost be one of my plans for this episode. One of my goals was gonna go out to adventure on the ocean, but I just don't recall that there being much out there, so I think we'll leave it well enough alone for now. Farm is a fairly loaded chest, but other stuff is way more loaded. Food is a really easy chest to do, because there's like nothing in it. So we'll go finish up the dirt and stone. Do a food chest. Food can probably be really small, frankly, but you never know. Okay, yeah, we'll have to label all that in a second as I figure out what we need. There's all the dirt that we have currently. It's plenty of it. Almost, what is that, 27 full stacks of dirt. You know what, we'll allocate this whole chest stack over here just for food. Even though it's not currently especially useful, given the fact that we only have, 3 food items. We will populate it eventually. I assure you. Excuse me, just 1 second. Alright. I'm back. Where were we? I actually totally forgot where we were. Oh yes, we were putting more chests down and then we were doing the organization, right. Alright. Let's get back to that, why don't we? Now, I believe we finished the left side, so we're getting onto the right side now. Yep. What should we do next? Probably farm, frankly. Because it looks like we have... Oh, we're just short. That's okay. We'll just come back, scoop up that last bit of sugarcane, and we'll be alright. Got plenty of farm stuff, so... These chests will be fairly loaded, I imagine. Now, these two ones on the left could be farmables. Whoops. I went a little bit too low. Farm stuff. We'll say this top one is going to be all seeds. Because why not? We do have plenty of them. Pumpkin, melon, and everything else can go in the bottom chest, which would be our wheat, our 8 billion melons, our saplings can go on the bottom, and then our carrots, our potatoes, and a single apple, and our pumpkins, of course. But that should be just about it, and the egg will definitely go in mob stuff. And then that lets me put the next set of chests over here, completing the third stack. And I believe that leaves just tools and then other stuff, which are the last really loaded ones and the last chests in general. Now, I will not be totally taking all the chests out of here. I will leave at least one. Whoops, sorry about that. I will leave at least one chest just for temporary storage before I actually move everything into deep storage. Just like, say I get back from a big adventure and I just want to dump everything into a temporary chest. I'll have that in the house. Because inevitably, the first thing I'm going to want to do is go to sleep, probably. At least, assuming what time of day it is in game. This can go in this part, frankly. Okay, tools would need to be over... How did I do it? Top is facing right. Okay. So it'd be like this. I know I can't do an and, so I'll do tools / armor. This top one will be armor. And that's kind of literally it. I mean, I'll put the saddles in here too, I guess, for whatever reason. And everything else can be tools. We've got furnaces. I need those chests. Or actually, no, those are for minecarts. Cauldron for whatever reason. TNT. And our speed potions, which I wasn't actually aware I had. Put down all these. Our shears. Everything else. Oh, the water bucket. And then other than that, it's just a bunch of stuff on the floor. I think there was quite a few things left over, but then we can get on to the real task, which is going to be the other stuff chest. I'm probably going to split that even into, I don't know, maybe 4 chests, because frankly, we just have so much garbage. So I need to utilize the chests that we've gotten to just fill up and make sure that all the stuff is very well divided. All of it has its own space. Yeah. So we'll say that these two are miscellaneous. And that also miscellaneous. So this first one, oh, there's all our... Oh, right, because I picked up the last of the tools chest. We got a boat. I think that's the rest of our tools and stuff. Everything else, okay. This one will be building blocks, because we have a lot of those. All of our sandstone, all of our slabs, which we have a great deal. This bottom one will be, I don't know, let's say like random powders and shapes. So our dye, our flint, our glowstone dust, what have you, and a single piece of paper and sugar. This one can be actually useful stuff, so books and rails. And then whatever's left after I break the last other stuff chest, we'll figure out what the 4th chest will be used for. Probably, I have no idea actually. We'll see what happens when we break that last chest. More building blocks. It looks like tons of wood. Oh yeah, we should really have our own wood chest, but it can go in other stuff for now. But that goes in the building blocks. So all the wood is going to end up going in here. All the planks. Also, we have a million stairs, actually. They're going to prove their use eventually. Then we have a bunch of logs. I'm going to put fences in here, even though, I don't know. It seems kind of odd, but... Oh, pressure plate. Yeah, that's going to have to go... That's probably what this last chest is going to be. Or, no. It can go in here. This last chest will probably just be useful materials, like sticks, and that's probably it. Obsidian I'd class as a building block, so I'll put it in here. And then I have one more random bow just lying around, so I'll put that in here. And then other than these last 2 chests, which actually, you know what, I'll keep these chests, I'll put them back down, and use them as the temp storage chest in our home. But other than that, we're pretty much done with that. And all these other random things. So this temp chest can probably go, I don't know, here. Seems as good a place as any. I can take these signs back, because we won't need those anymore where we're going. Now, to build this fireplace as I imagine it, we're going to need a material that I have not invested a lot of A, time, or B, like, I haven't really looked into it at all. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. This is random materials. So our dyes can go in here. Our flowers, I guess, and our mushrooms. And then we just have a bunch of slabs and some glass. And that's about it. Signs go back in the to-do list area. Wonderful. So now we can take our leave, go to sleep, avoid the zombies, and get to thinking about, well, now we can actually cross off that goal. Leaving us with 3 main ones. Hunt Enderman is a really long-term goal. I think I want to do the fireplace next, but that's going to require a lot of resource hunting. As unfortunate as it is. Because to make bricks, we need clay. And I don't know that we actually have any clay at all. In fact, given the fact that we just organized all of our chests, I know we don't. So we need to go hunt for some clay. Now, clay spawns in water. I think any water, but hopefully there's some out here. That would be convenient. Frankly, it's not looking like it. I'll just go around the edges until I see what I know is clay. And we're going to need quite a bit of it for this. So, hello, Enderman. Please, never mind. Maybe the Enderman is guiding me to the coal. Or not to the coal, to the clay. Hello. I would like to... What? Okay. I was going to say I would like to liberate you of your pearl, but I guess the Enderman had other plans. Hello. You seem angry. Give me your pearl. Thank you. Well, there's the scary noise. Oh, never mind. It's gone. Oh, there's some clay. I see some. Now, I did not consider the fact that I need a new shovel. But hopefully it doesn't break right now. We just need all this goodness. All these little... Oh, come on. On the last one... Well, guess we're going to have to punch this one out by hand. I guess it could be worse. There we go. So all these little individual clay blobs are going to make one brick when we smelt them in a furnace. So if we're going to build out the chimney, the fireplace and chimney as I imagine it, we're going to need, I'd say, probably around a stack of brick blocks. And a brick block is 4 bricks. So we're going to need 4 stacks of clay balls. that should be okay. I just need to, of course, find it. Now, I want to make a shovel real quick. So I got to go up here, grab some sticks, and then go down here and grab some iron. A little bit of a walk, but nothing too severe. We've done plenty of walking on this series already, and I'd say I'm fairly used to it. Have a little bit of a snack while we're working. I'm going to make a bunch of shovels, like probably 3, because you can really never have enough shovels. Should be good. Boop, boop, boop. Boom. There we go. And I'll just leave all the stuff in my inventory for now, because I won't probably need to empty it until after I'm done actually hunting for this stuff. Alright, let's go on a clay adventure. I know there's like a little river or something, I think, that runs through the middle of this forest over here. And I'm fairly certain that it's clay rich. So let's see what we can see, why don't we? Nothing yet. Just in these little ponds, all I'm seeing is dirt, but that's no big deal. Run over to, I think, what I call the peeled landscape. Because something happened over here and all the grass is missing. Well, that's not that's not a forest. Here it is. Yeah, I don't know what happened over here, but someone took away all the grass. But that's okay. Okay, we're looking for clay. It's got a very particular look to it. And this is not it. This is all stone, in fact, which is exactly what I don't need. There's some clay. And it's actually, we can stand up and actually dig it this time, as opposed to going underwater and it being slow. Preferable, I'd say. Now, I wonder how fast we're actually going to get the amount that I need. And frankly, I should overshoot it a little bit, because I don't know if a stack is going to be enough. But we'll see what we can get. If we can only get a stack, then it should probably be fine. But if we can get more, then I will gladly take as much as I need. Because then the byproduct is spare bricks, and those might come in handy. Scary noises accompanied by a spider. I don't even know where the spider is, but I don't think it poses much of a threat to us at this time of day and relative to our location. I think we'll be okay, is the summarized version. Oh, we already have a full, we already have 4 stacks. That was so quick. Well, let's see if we can find one more outcrop like that, and that should give us way more than we need. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, maybe. I really don't know. I'm really estimating with this because I have no idea how resource intensive this is going to be. I don't even know what it's going to look like, really. I have a vague idea of how I want it to look. All I know is I want it to be made of bricks, and I want it to have netherrack inside it, because netherrack stays on fire. Seems like we did get lucky and we did find one more of these, which is nice. Ooh, and there was even some clay hiding in here. We have one more piece. One more block, I think is what I was trying to say. I don't know if you can tell. My speaking is not working very well today. I hope that this does not cause any major issues for the enjoyment of the episode. My brain is just not there right now. Looks like we got just a bit over 6, which seems just about perfect, frankly. So let's run off back home, get all of these smelting as fast as we possibly can, and then just go. We're probably going to get the house prepared for the new construction while we wait. Oops. Well, this hole in the ground had other ideas, and so did the spider. That was inconveniently timed. Well, let's see if I can just dig straight up out of here. There we go. That was a little bit... Definitely wasn't expecting that. I suppose there are plenty of little caves in the ground around here for me to readily jump into. I'm surprised that hasn't happened sooner, frankly. Whatever the case, we made it out. We have successfully gotten the material that we need. And we're now going to go make it into the thing we actually need. Brick blocks. I like the look of the bricks in this game. It's just I haven't actually gotten any yet. So this will be the first time. I think it'll add nicely to the aesthetic of this whole house. So we have to figure out how to divide this among all these furnaces as efficiently as possible. Because some of them don't have any coal at all. Some of them have a full stack like that. I'll just put in the ones I can. That's probably not going to be strong enough for a full stack. That one is. That one almost. That one is. That one is. And that's good enough for me. Alright. So we'll just sit around and wait while that's happening. Well, not actually. What I'm going to do, break this out. I think I want it to come in a little bit, like here. Yeah, and luckily that doesn't actually invade on the space of the below floor, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. This will leave us with a giant gaping hole in our our house, but it shouldn't be too bad. Now, how I think this is going to work, I'm just going to dig out this whole area in preparation, so that way I have enough room, because we can always just add it back as we need. That should definitely be wide enough. Now, I really do not want this to catch any of my belongings on fire. I think surrounding it in bricks, like one on all sides, will probably be enough. But if not, then I have some other ideas. Well, first up, I need to go here and make some of these. Yes, iron bars. That's what I want for the front. And then I want to go into the nether chest and grab netherrack. Now we can actually go ahead and put away all the rest of this other garbage that we've got, of which there's plenty. We will have to come up and probably grab this again, but no worry. No worry. Not even a single one. Got our wool. Sand goes in here. And I think we have a very valuable... Where's our mob stuff? There it is. Our second ender pearl. Exciting stuff. We can observe the landscape through the very difficult to see through glass. If you get up close to it, it's not actually that bad. Observe the nice landscape outside and the nice landscape inside before we go to bed. And we'll just craft the bricks as we get them. And hopefully it should work out to make this all happen pretty quickly. Also, having the big giant hole in my wall makes it quite simple to get in and out of here, which is nice. But it's not permanent. Let's grab all the bricks we've got. Ooh, a lot, actually. Looks like we may end up with just about 2 stacks. Exactly 2 stacks. That was perfect. Wow. How wonderful. Well, that will allow us to make, I think, 32 brick blocks. Let's see if that is suitable. This is where the netherrack is going to go. And then I guess I will just surround it on all sides, even in the floor probably, by bricks, because I don't want to have any risks of this thing lighting my whole place on fire. Okay. This will actually have to be a little bit wider than I thought it would be, but that's okay. Just make it wider. That's not bricks. Oops. There we go. That looks better to me. Yeah, like a lot of the things I build in this, it's just going to have to happen as I sort of come up with it. I'll try and make it make sense, but I don't know. I'm just kind of building on instinct here. Grab as many bricks as we dare, which is quite a few. Alright, I can just craft them in my inventory. Nice. That leaves us with 20 more. Assuming we don't drop one on the floor. Seems like it'd be awful heavy being just an entire slab of bricks, but I don't know. I must be the strongest character ever. Don't I look strong? So this will just go up. It'll just be a big square tunnel. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to even dig out a little bit more because it's gonna be pretty wide, but that's no problem. Yeah, I like the look of that so far, and it'll give us more opportunity for space to hang stuff up. Our prized possessions, I suppose. Did this one finish already? Oh, yes, it did. All right, it had fewer bricks in it, or fewer clay. It's going a little slow, but that's no worries. That one's finished too. Break that up. 13, it looks like. Should be enough to do one more ring around the top, I think. I'll use netherrack as a temporary building material because it's easy to break and it's what I have. So we'll just continue building it up in this fashion. I'll just build it up until I either run out of bricks or I'm happy. Because right now it looks a little bit not quite done yet, but that's okay. Just gotta sit here, collect our bricks. We have plenty remaining. It's just like the ones that had all the big stacks in them. What if there are any that I forgot about? I don't think there are. This should break up to be 7. Yeah. That might be just enough for the next ring. We'll see. And then once we're all done with this, we get to light the netherrack on fire and see if it burns our house down. I hope not. Yeah, we may even have to go get more clay. We'll see. I hope that we got enough bricks. Maybe I vastly underestimated the quantity that I would need, but I don't know. Oops. Grab these. That should make for another 7, I think. Yep. A little slow, but so are all building projects in this game, I suppose. It's just, you know, building it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Yeah, it needs to be probably about 5 rings taller. Since each ring, how many is that? 4, 8, 10, 12. 12. So I need 60 more bricks. 60 more brick blocks is Well, just shy of 4 stacks. So we're going to need more clay, I think is the consensus there. I guess we're going to have to go clay hunting again. No big deal. We're familiar with the concept, and we know where to look since we were just there. There's probably plenty of clay left in that riverbed area. It would make sense that that would be its dwelling place. So let's just go find maybe another 1 or 2 of those little circular outcroppings. Dig those up, put them back in the furnaces. We're probably going to have to go grab some coal from the storage, but that's okay. Put it there for a reason. At least it's not like far away or in the nether or something ridiculous. Because I don't really think we need it to be that level of security. At least, I hope not. I hope something doesn't come and try and steal away all my precious resources. I just don't have a strong feeling that the game would do that to me. Here's a little bit of clay. Not a lot. Yeah, nowhere near the amount that I need, but there is an amount. Theoretically, it should still be smelting while I'm out here, so when I come back, all the stuff that we did should be pretty much done. This one's spread across multiple. I wonder if I could build up a little pillar like this and dig down. Yes, I can, actually. This one's actually pretty deep. Goes a little deeper than the other two. Or however many we dug up. I mean, that's great. That's essentially 2 for 1. Or more like 1.5 for 1. You squids. Get these. Don't know how much that's going to give us, but hopefully enough. Hello, squid. Yes, hello. Nice to see you, too. Break those. Oh, no, I gotta sneeze. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Yeah. Bad filmography, I know, but I can't suppress sneezes like some other people can. I don't know how they do it. I'll just get this little bit that's left, and then that should be about good for the amount that we need. I see one more over there, so I'll grab that one too. The game just keeps presenting it to me. It's like a trail of breadcrumbs. What am I going to find? A house made of candy here in a second. How many do we have now? Looked like just shy of 4 stacks, which is pretty much exactly the amount I need. Well, we also have the ones that are currently cooking, but hey, if it works, it works. Run back home here. Yeah, hopefully all of our bricks that are currently cooking have finished. I know for a fact we're going to have to go grab more coal, so let's just do that as soon as we get in, why don't we? There's our signature mountain range. It's very recognizable to me now. I can tell easily when we're approaching home. Which is good, I mean, tells me that I'm familiar with the place, which is nice for, you know, where you live. Run in. We got clay in hand and a mission to do. Running through our awkward hole in the wall that we're going to hopefully fix after we get done with this. Oh yes, the coal. Oops. Totally sidetracked immediately off the goal I just said. Oh well. We've got time. So where are our ores and gems? There's some coal. That should be plenty, really. That should allow me to fully use 8 furnaces, but theoretically, if I split it among 8, I could also just split it on 16. I think we have 16 furnaces. You know what? I think I'll do that. So we'll do 4 coal per furnace. And do that much clay. And that should make this whole process, theoretically, 4 times faster. Hopefully. Oh, there's a little bit of coal in there already. There we go. 16. 16. Oh, there's 10 bricks in there already. There we go. It is kind of satisfying seeing all of them lit up at once. There we go. Oh, this one already has coal in it, so we'll just use it. Whoops. Need a little bit more than that. That's going to be... There we go. That's better. Yeah, because 48, it wouldn't let me split evenly, so... And then... There. Now that's nice looking. Grab the last of the bricks we've got already, which I think that's it. Yep. And we can split those up 16 and get another 4 to make 20. Now we can run off and start building again and wait for those to smelt, which shouldn't take very long. Now, is it nighttime? Yes, it is. Very much nighttime. So I will go to sleep. I mean, I probably could have guessed that as well by just looking outside, but oh well. I like using the tools that I make for myself. Let's build up here using the path that I made for myself that's not very effective. It's alright. This should let us build up one more ring and about half of another one. Let's see how I like the look of that now. Yes, it's getting nicer. The taller it is, frankly, it could probably just go up another 1 or 2, but we are smelting all this clay, so we'll see what we can do. There's 7, 8, that was 9. And some of these top ones have already probably pretty much finished. Very satisfying process, this. There's 13, 14. Yep, the first 2 have already finished. The third one just finished. Yeah, it's just going to be like they're all going to light off in succession. That actually gives us... Wow, that's nice. That's 32 more. 13 more. 45, that's plenty. That is so much more than we will probably ever need, but I think it's just right for this purpose. Alright, I'll build it up 2 more. See how I like that. Okay, maybe 1 more. Let's do 1 more, and then I think we can call that good. And maybe we should put some bars at the top of this so that way mobs can't get in. They looks like they could fall in through the middle, but even if they do, they're going to be lit on fire by a fire, so just for extra security's sake. And now we can look at the work that we've done. Yeah. Yeah, I like the look of that. I like that. Now I get the honor of actually, you know, lighting it. Which means I have to go up and grab my flint and steel. I should really have that. Oh, never mind. It's in my hotbar. I totally didn't even see that. Now this is the crucial part. This is the part where if it starts lighting my carpet on fire, we have to figure out a way to make it not do that. So just watch for any sort of fire. Doggy Winkle, you stay away from that, and if you see anything on fire, start barking very loudly so I know that there's bad things going on. It doesn't look like it's causing any issues so far. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. That will actually enable us to, now that we've got a nice mantelpiece, or a place that could theoretically be called a mantle, we can actually put our old tools up there. Assuming they don't fly away from me. right there. There's our first iron sword. There's our first, or iron, diamond sword and diamond pickaxe. In a nice, pretty looking place. I like that. I'm a big fan of this. I like the installation. I think it looks nice. And I think it adds something to the aesthetic of the house. Fortunately, we can't see any smoke coming out of the top. I guess the fire's not powerful enough, but no matter. We could also think of it as like a metaphorical or like sort of fake, but not really exhaust port for all these furnaces, because the exhaust has to go somewhere, or the gases they let off. Grab all these bricks, of which I have many. We'll just save these for another day when we need them. Where do we stop? Here? Yeah. That leaves us with 60 more bricks, which is enough for 15 blocks, I think. We'll just put away all this random garbage in here for now. It is a temp chest after all. Alright. Looks pretty awesome to me. So now we can go cross that off our goals as well. Now, we have 2 left for this episode. Adding onto the wall and building a watchtower. Those both relate to a lot of cobblestone, so let's get using cobblestone, I suppose. I really hope that thing does not light my house on fire. It hasn't yet, and I would assume it would have started now if it was going to. I just really hope that I don't turn around and my house is like engulfed in flames. That would be very, very bad. Well, let's grab all of our cobblestone, literally every single piece, and get to building, why don't we? Yeah, I'm sure that I'll be very vocal about it in the title or description of the video if my house does indeed decide to catch on fire. Hopefully it does not come to that point. It looks to be okay. I reserve the right to paranoia, though. Feel like a worrisome mother. But I'm not worried about a child, I'm worried about my house. I mean, I guess that's also a fair thing to be worried about. Yeah, this is a lot more uneven than the other wall, so this is going to require a lot more work, and also there's a lot less of it built, so more resource intensive. As ever, I will build up to each 2 blocks so I can actually reach the next one. Yeah, it looks like this is the max height will be. And that's probably the max height that we're going to need. Oh, this could be bad. Ah, yep. That didn't feel great. Now this wall is going to be a little bit harder to fortify. Or this side, rather, because of this huge mountain with so many access points. It's hilarious. We'll just build it all up to the level that I set and see if that's good enough. If I build up a little bit more auxiliary wall. Sort of. If I break out all the access points. That's actually not bad, actually. I don't mind that. Yep. I just keep eyeing that house in the distance. We are, in fact, okay. I just really want to be sure. Because I don't know about fire in this game. I don't know how evil or ruthless it is. Okay, that's actually this whole first half up to this level, which isn't too bad. Considering I've only been using the stone in my hotbar. I haven't even gotten into my inventory yet. Just did there, though. All in all, isn't too bad. It's kind of nice. I keep eyeing that stupid chimney. It's gonna make me paranoid now. We'll give it 5 minutes, and if it doesn't decide to start catching things on fire, then I think we'll, in fact, be okay. And that, well, okay. It covers most of the access points except for this whole side, but what's the minimum height I would need? I don't know. I think it should be okay, because I don't know that many things are actually going to be coming in from this side. Ouch. And if they are, well, then it'll be fine. Now, I want to build a doorway. And this looks like as good a place as any to have a doorway. I probably just want to have it be a single door. I have an idea, because I want it to be an iron door, but I can't have it be pressure plates, because if it's pressure plates, then monsters can just waltz in. So it needs to be buttons and an iron door. That should be fine. We've done such a thing before for up there. We can do it again. Yeah, this seems alright. So I think we can stop worrying. Need to make an iron door. And then I somehow don't have any wood, which I find a little strange. I need wood to make a wood button. So I have to run up here to grab some wood. To make some wooden buttons. And I should really make a bunch, because I know I'm going to need to make another door anyway. Yeah. So I'll grab some wood from here. Just some random spruce. Make 4 buttons, and I'll keep it in my inventory just in case. You never know when you need more buttons. Go do this one off this direction first. Because it's the one that I, built. Wall's looking a lot more formidable now. Exactly as I wanted. Now, can I put it here? No, I cannot. So I have to put it here. Nice. I want torches now, because I know that mobs are going to want to spawn over here like crazy now that there is a darkness patch. Just light it up. Make sure that no area is left significantly dark. So that when I turn around, it's just poof, 10 creepers. We've made a wall so formidable that it blocks out the sun. Yeah, it's now inaccessible from this side. Awesome. So that's pretty well and truly fortified. The outside, we don't care what happens on the outside, but I'll put a few more torches just so the door is extra bright so I can see it from further distances. How wonderfully formidable. I love it. Now, we will have to make a path towards that doorway, but luckily it looks that I positioned it to be incredibly conveniently in line with... I don't know, it's in line in a sort of satisfying manner with the staircase. Ah. I didn't foresee that issue. Okay. Welp. That's a new one. I didn't realize that that would be a problem. And my bow is up in the storage, so we're just going to sleep away that one. I didn't foresee them spawning on top of it. Well, good to know that they can do that. Oh well. Learning experience. Now we know that they can, in fact, spawn up there. Let's make a more formal doorway for this, why don't we? It looks like right here would work pretty well. So let's build it here, why don't we? Oops, not there. That is directly where I need to be. This one's a little bit more inset into the terrain, but that's alright. Just dig out a little bit so you can, see it. Oops, not there. And then we can put the door and the buttons That should mark this entrance and exit point finished as well. I need to go make more torches, but I know I have coal lying around, so we can just get ahead and do that. Coal lying in here. No sticks, but we do have wood, so we can make some wood. Or make some sticks using wood. I'll just use all of these. Why not? Seems like it should be fine. We ended up with 64 and 1. How lovely. Now, does this line up conveniently with the path network that I've implemented? Hang on. This is here. Oh, it's 1 off. That's a little tragic, actually. Well, it's 2 off. It would actually have to go into the house, so it's all right. I'll figure out a way to make it work, but for now, it's just gonna have to be a little awkward and off to the side. But you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a place to build stuff. We are looking very much better off in terms of security, though. These walls look so much more formidable and impenetrable, frankly. Which is exactly what I wanted from them, so that's awesome. Now, we will have to amend the issue of them spawning on the top. I suppose we can just waltz up here, place some torches all over the top, and call it good. I just was not expecting that issue to come up at all. So, we will fix it. Hopefully this should be enough torches. Yeah. Frankly, I could probably just build up that a little bit, so that way it's not like you can just walk onto it. Yeah. It should be okay. I'm gonna have to go do the same treatment to the south wall, of course. But it's nothing I can't do. I like the chimney. It's large, but I like the formidableness of it. I like how it's like kind of an obelisk. Just this strange brick prism jutting out of my house. Feels very fitting in with the like Lord of the Land aesthetic that we've been building up. Hello, creeper. In the cave. Get away. Should light this up too, because this seems like mob heaven as well. Should be okay with that much, I think, probably, hopefully. Break this down, and then we go over to the... This is like the southeast wall. This is the actual south wall, which this one's going to be much easier to just put a few on top of. Just to make sure that nothing can actually, you know, decide to spawn up there. Excuse me, sorry. My face decided to be itchy. There we go. Alright. Well, that marks that, I think. We got the entrances and exits fixed up, as in they're actually proper now. We got everything lit up, which was another sort of minor thing I wanted to do. Now we have but one thing left that I said I wanted to do. And this one could prove to be far more resource intensive, depending on how big I make it. Now, I know for a fact that we don't have enough. We would need more cobblestone, so we may have to leave this goal for the next episode, but like with the initial start to the cliff base over there, I can just probably build a little thing to get us started. Just a little sort of framework almost. I want it to be much like the chimney and the fireplace. I want it to be a 4x4 square that's open. Except I want it to be on the corner of one of these walls, so I can walk up here, peer out from the top, and be able to observe all the happenings outside the wall including the activities of my sheep and whatnot. We will have to make a pathway up to this, but that's no big deal. We've done such a thing before, we can do it again. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that very basic structure there. Because frankly, I think we got to about all the things I wanted to in this episode. I mean, we got some of the bigger projects done, which was quite literally just the chimney and the wall fortification. And what else did I do? I'm totally drawing blanks here. Oh, we moved all the chests. So now we have, room in our house to think. We can just throw all this stuff away in the chest for temporary materials. Reorganize our inventory. And frankly, I think we could probably just about call it there. We got quite a bit done, and I'm happy with all the things we got done. I'm liking the way that they are adding on to this world. And I like the way that things get added onto this world and it just grows and grows. It's just gaining all these different new aesthetic interests. Like this walkway, which is starkly different to the cobblestone theme of everything else, but I do still enjoy it. The wall ties into the cobblestone theme and also just gives this general theme of like rulership, which I enjoy. It makes me feel very secure inside here, even though I know mobs still love to join us. It seems like no matter how many torches I put down, it's still not enough. One day I will get this whole place loaded with torches, and they will not be able to spawn one more time. And then we will have a truly safe and isolated home base in which we can engage in many activities such as building, farming animals, and generally plundering resources from the natural landscape. But that's just how it goes. And I think at this point we can probably just about call it. And it looks like the house does, in fact, not want to burn down. Excuse me, let me retry that one. It looks like, in fact, the house does not want to burn down at this current moment. So that gives me a little bit of rest in my brain. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone very much for continually supporting the series. As ever, I am super grateful for all the feedback and support I get. Hope you enjoyed this episode as well. If you did, consider pressing the like button on it or pressing the subscribe button on my channel if you want to catch the future episodes. And if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a comment as well. Or if you feel the need to give me some feedback, feel free. Well, as always, thank you very much, and goodbye.